And if Xbox dies, I don't know, man. Do we mourn the loss? You know, am I gonna feel like mourning the loss? Is gaming as a whole gonna suffer?
Parvinator.
The Parvinator.
All right, guys. We're going to be talking a headline that came through today. I didn't know what to think about it. I wanted to get with you guys, the experts. Microsoft is pushing for no, quote, red line for what games could come to the PlayStation, according to a report, and according to a report by GameStop. As I got into it, thankfully, the first couple paragraphs cleared it up. It says Microsoft is reportedly pushing to have no, quote, red line or restrictions when it comes to putting Xbox games onto the PlayStation. According to Windows Central, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella and CFO Amy Hood are mandating increasing margins across all departments. While franchises like Minecraft and Call of Duty have always been on multiple platforms, even after Microsoft purchased their developers, now the conversation is reportedly involving putting even more games on rival platforms like PlayStation. So at this point, they're looking at basically having all titles be potentially up for conversion to like a multi-platform, putting it on a PlayStation. They have talked in the past about Nintendo. It seemed like this article was focusing a little more on their relationship with Sony, but I know Microsoft and Xbox they've made their intentions known that they want to take Nintendo to the dance too. But Nintendo's, they can afford to be a little picky. Now. It's interesting to me, these next couple paragraphs, right? Reportedly, there's an internal plan within Microsoft codenamed Latitude, which is focused on moving Xbox games onto other platforms, and there are already more Microsoft games that will be coming over to the PlayStation. Codenames? Latitude. Yeah, this is getting kind of spicy, right? I'm liking this. It goes on to say, however, it seems like there's some debate and discussion surrounding the initiative as to whether it's a good idea. Is it a good idea in the first place, right? Good question to ask. And then it goes on to say, if Microsoft puts more of its games onto more platforms, that could potentially decrease the reasons to even purchase an Xbox console. Now, that last line, they may have a point, right? They may have a point. And it seems like there's at least a couple of factions here at play in Microsoft kind of battling over the fate of the Xbox. You know, do we really pursue this multi-platform and with, no red lines, baby? Did we really pursue that? Or others are apparently within the company are thinking that that's just going to crash the Xbox even further. Somehow crater it even deeper than it is at this point. That group, right? The group that is trying to get these games licensed out, I don't know. What's the deal, right? Are they trying to move towards the death of the Xbox, right? The console itself not being a physical, right? Do they want the death of the console? It's possible they want to kill this thing off, right? That it's an albatross around their necks. Who knows? Is the Xbox console and its couple of variations, is that just an expensive albatross hanging around Microsoft's neck? A system that they I don't know, don't seem to be pushing too many units of, and there's just not a whole lot of excitement over. So if there's folks, that may be a strategy to intentionally, like, hey, you know what? We know that this is over. This is going to be the last system. We're not going to have another physical Xbox console. But that other group, though, the folks that are trying to stop Xbox from licensing out their games to every other platform, right? What's up with that group? And, you know, it's kind of interesting that there's folks that are giving the pushback to this, right? Could these be spies? You know, these are the folks that they're afraid that that strategy is going to kill off the Xbox. And maybe these folks are the kind of folks that would benefit, as we all would, from another round of the console wars, right? We've talked about this before. This is a graphic from another video. These folks, these factions fighting behind the scenes, I don't know, man, this is some juicy stuff, right? Is it another console war? Do they think that's what we need? And you know, maybe by way of keeping the Xbox in there, that keeps the console war flowing. And it's in a pretty anemic state as it is. Honestly, I think we could gin that thing up. I'm a veteran of the console wars too. I don't say that lightly. I did 2 tours. And I remember getting picked on back in the 64 era. Again, got a GameCube. The PS2 kids are, you know, giving me shit. I got the battle scars, man. And I will say time has healed all. It has, or most. I love all those systems. I at least respect them. But I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if someone behind the scenes is trying to keep this console war going. And I don't know. Is this one of our sleeper cells here? One of the Parvination spies behind the scenes at Microsoft? Just something to think about. Be interested to know who these guys are, you know, fighting against this move to just pimp Xbox out to every platform out there. No respect, you know, no respect for your own brand. I don't want to say no respect, because there's some brands I've respected in the past who did it, but I don't know, it felt different. I had to see what the brilliant minds on Reddit were saying about this. It's where I originally found this article. Those brilliant minds, they were saying things like, the day I play Halo or Gears of War on the PS5, is gonna be one surreal moment. And someone replied, imagine playing Sonic on a Nintendo console in the 2000s. Now, yeah, many of us don't have to imagine anything, right? A lot of us can remember exactly where we were. You might remember the day that you saw a Sonic character on a Nintendo game. What did it feel like, you know? And this is no disrespect to these Redditors here. I love this discourse that they had going on in this one. It was a great thread. But we don't have to imagine it, man. A lot of us saw the console wars, you know? We were all there. We were all so excited. We don't have to imagine the day the Dreamcast died and we were playing these proud franchises like Sonic the Hedgehog on a Nintendo console. Fallout has tried to teach us that war never changes, right? But are all console wars the same? And this is really the crux of this entire piece. The console wars that we lived through, many of us. This one today, it sucks. It's such a terrible comparison, you know? This console war, this modern one, yeah, it doesn't really have the gusto of the old days. And think about it, man. Nintendo, right? Mario, Sonic, two titans, two worthy fucking adversaries, man. Okay, true rivals. And I'm gonna say, when Sega, or when the Dreamcast and Sega's console dreams died, Sega still had some fight in them. They weren't done. It was a financial thing, right? They got too many bad decisions releasing hardware at the wrong time, peripherals, hardware that didn't need to be released at all, so on and so forth. Bad timing, bad financials. But the IP had some fight to it, you know? And if Xbox dies, I don't know, man. Do we mourn the loss? You know, am I gonna feel like mourning the loss? Is gaming as a whole gonna suffer? If Xbox goes under, am I gonna celebrate? That doesn't, I don't know. I don't know if that feels right either. You know, stomping on their grave. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon, you know. We'll have to see which of these factions wins out here, you know. Is it going to be the multi-platform folks who are clearly trying to make this the last Xbox console generation that there ever will be? Or the other faction, the folks who want to keep that console wars cranking. And again, honestly, they should take it up a notch. I don't know what it needs.
Hello there.
All right. All right, guys, that's going to be it. That's it for Gamer News. Friday, May 17th, 2024. Something to think about, right? All right.
Parvinator. Oh crap.